Craig White, huge opportunity coming up for you, and an opportunity which presented itself almost out of nowhere. Yeah. To fight Matt Inman in the main event in Wales, sum it up for me. How crazy was that when it got announced?
When I got offered the fight, obviously a lot of people had suggested it, made passing comments. I had myself previously, like when I got around to being offered Hack and Foss, I said I wanted to fight either Wheeler or Inman. They both kind of got suggested to fight each other and went with there. So being given the opportunity to actually fight one of them is great, and especially Inman. Like I said before, stylistically, I've appreciated and admired his style for a long time. I think it matches up very well with mine. And aside from who's got more experience, has more fights, I think in terms of what's going on right now, especially in the welterweight division, not just in cage warriors but in the UK, it's one of the biggest fights there's going to be that's happening. Has great forward thinking on terms of the bigger picture, say cage warriors title, who could maybe get a shot at the next step up in terms of platform. It's just a great fight for me, I think for Matt as well, and for the fans. I've got a lot of people coming up to Newport. Consider I'm from Devon, it's only 2 hours up the road, so it's quite good. I've got about 70 odd people coming at the moment, so for me I'm going to have a lot of support. I train a lot with Lew and his team, so I've got a lot of Welsh support as well, and it's going to be great. It's exactly where I want to be fighting. I'd love to be fighting tonight. Sitting on the sideline is so difficult. Restless, and I don't even have anyone that I know fighting, like personally, obviously people through here, but it's two of the best places I could think to fight is on the Cage Warriors card. So
you've actually got some Welsh blood in you, if I'm correct.
Yeah, my dad's side family actually from Newport. I don't know roads from my head, but my dad actually lived a few roads down from the Newport Centre. Okay. Whether it's still like that now, like there's houses there or not, to be honest, I don't know. But my whole dad's side of family are Welsh, so I'm half Welsh. I've been brought up to support Wales in the rugby. Used to be football, I didn't really like football that much, funnily enough. So obviously I'm more going towards my Welsh side, so hopefully that might help me with a bit more Welsh support. But I have lived in Devon the majority of my life, so at the same time, Devon, Welsh, cross, but it's all the same.
One man you mentioned, Lew Long, he's been helping you prepare for this fight, which, funny enough, Lew actually beat Matt Inman quite a few years ago now, but it was a massive victory for Lew. Bringing him in, I know you two have gotten quite close. Was it specifically for this fight, or is it you've just started training together, kind of showing that bro camaraderie, really?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously, before I fought Thomas Robertson, Lew was training for Iron Scope, and we'd tweeted each other messages and going, oh yeah, do you want to start some training? And then it was like, yeah, and it just didn't tie up. There was about 2 weeks left to the fight. We hadn't sparred together, so we didn't really know quite what intensity to take out or how it would work. And then when Hack and Foss had Shane Mills, we used that as an opportunity to start working together, and it worked perfectly. Like, it literally is, it's like a bromance, not just between me and him, between the gyms. We have great harmony between our gyms. Obviously, Dave Matthews, my head coach, gets on with Lew really well as well, and we have very similar mentalities and approaches to things, and it works really well. So it's just gone on from there. It's just coincidental that Lew has fought Matt. But again, like you said, it's a few years ago. Matt has evolved as a fighter dramatically, same as Lew has. And having his input from it is great, 'cause he's got first-hand experience. But just having someone of Lew's level, Aaron Khalid, Josh Ellis, and Lew's gym has a lot of good guys, like Thai guys, grappling guys, and for me, heaviest in my gym by about 20 kilos. So I train with a bunch of midgets that are quite light. So it's quite difficult to get good level training partners for a camp that I need and to get pushed how I do. But with them I do, and I say it works really well. And hopefully Lew will be on the Newport card as well. So we're working well together. And same with Aaron and Josh, they're on it. We've got a great camp going. Going there tomorrow to get punched in the face again by Lew. So it's all good fun.
I know you and Lew won't fight each other. And, you know, you've said that, he said it as well. You have been a great active supporter of him in his search for the, you know, what Lew believes his rightful spot at the top of the Cage Warriors division. Do you feel the Carl Armasu fight will happen with Lew Long?
Well, I think the biggest question is, where is Carl at the moment? Everyone says it, we make jokes about it, but he hasn't fought since February. He's blocked everyone on Instagram, Twitter. He just seems to have vanished. I think I'm blocked by him, but when I last looked, I could see he's not been very active. It doesn't say I've been blocked, but I haven't hassled him as much. It's a fight that should happen. If it doesn't happen against Carl, Lew does need to fight for the title. If they're not going to give him Carl, well, maybe Cage Warriors should take the good approach of introducing new weight divisions, and then he can do 165, I can go 175 if all goes well. Never have to fight each other. But we have said we would fight each other, but it would have to be food involved, and yeah, I won't go into details, but there'd be no money. It just basically just a food contest, food fight. So. But no, he does definitely deserve the shot, and it's a shame that he's not getting it. And the people that he's been offered, he wants to fight. He just wants to keep active. People don't want to fight him, and being like essentially his teammate, a friend, and seeing that, having gone through it myself, it's very frustrating, and it's just bad to see when you've got someone who's at that level and they can't progress, and no matter what he does, he just can't get that next step up, and it's just a shame.
Definitely agree. Final question from me now, Craig. You're only as good as your last fight, and you proved that, because it's about building momentum in MMA. When we spoke last time, you openly admitted it. Look, I've had some bad losses, but at the same time, it's about growing and evolving as an athlete as well. Why right now is this the best version of Craig White that we've ever seen inside the cage? Because you've got a lot of momentum behind you.
I've moved back down to welterweight, and that's essentially what it is. I had a few stints at middleweight that, well, I'm 3-4 in middleweight in my record, and 9-3 at welterweight. That itself speaks volumes. I've got my training right. I've got the balance of work, social, training. I can get everything I need in, and it's just working well. And I'm older, I'm more mature, and I'm more relaxed about my training. I'm enjoying it more. And when I say I'm just here to fight, and it's not just me saying it to try and win over people to think, oh yeah, I'm not trying to jump the gun. It's genuinely what I'm here for. I love fighting, and I think since I've taken that approach, which is just this year, I've been quite successful. And my last fight, it's just goes to show what I've achieved through staying loyal to one gym. I haven't jumped ship to go train overseas to try and get the big I am. I'm grassroots MMA for Exeter, for Exmouth, for Devon, under Dave Matthews, and I'm just a product of him.
And tremendous to see that. It is. Craig, thank you so much for your time. Wish you the best of luck. Cage Warriors 87. Thank you.